Hey, Happy New Year, 2021, if that's how you count. I'm really excited to be at the Poetry Project Marathon. It's probably like my #1 literary dream in life. So for this to be happening is amazing. Thank you, everybody. So amazing to be with all these other poets who I adore. So I'm gonna read some poems from this series of position papers I've been working on for a while, and a lot of them are old because I haven't really been writing too much lately. This is the last time I'm going to read this poem. It's position paper number 19, Donald Trump. In our new country, we will notice, cherish, entirely disregard time, inhale hours and exhale days, float and surf and snorkel into the minutes and years, time like a blanket over or under us, wrapped around our beach-chilled skin. Our time will be free of owners, a fact of life on this particular planet, like air and sea, like the moon, like moss or dung or fingernails, like baby deer, like our love, like that song you dreamed last night and forgot this morning. Time will be sovereign to itself alone, but made up of us as much as we are made up of time. We will be time's moving parts, time's tiny turtle spawn, time's tentacles reaching out through the underwater galaxy. How will we rid our countless old earth languages of the ancient metaphors? How will we sift out the good, refusing to spend or borrow or waste or save? The next poem is actually the most recent poem I've written in this series, position paper number 21, Gay Pride. In the new country, we will parade on irregular occasion and in small packs through some adjacent streets at dusk or maybe in the morning light. We will wear elaborate costumes to honor our beloved elders from the old countries or imagine our beloved descendants in future worlds. We will bring with us small wrapped sweets, pretty stones, maybe a few lines of a poem tied up in string, anything shiny, little stuff we will offer to people we don't recognize and which they will open later in secret joy, a reminder of the pleasures to be found with strangers. And then the last one I'm going to read is position paper number 20, Positions. In this new country of ours, we will, let's face it, be endlessly debating, endlessly refining. So much talking, at least in the beginning when we've just arrived, and probably later as well, always arriving as we are in this mortality, with so much to say and so little mind reading. We will continue to use words to say our ideas in the great common land of our life together, and we will continue humanly to be wrong about what that look meant, or how best to organize the compost, or what, in fact, we feel about the replacement word everybody else seems to like so much. We will want to stand up at the block meeting, to declaim from the stage at the light rail platform, to blazon our demands onto the backs of our bike trailers, to wheat paste our analysis on all the downtown barn doors, and we will say all our things, under our breaths sometimes probably, in therapy for sure, over packets of frites on the moonlit stoop, out in the sun and the sweet air of this place. We will say what we know to be true at this moment in time, to be revised.
Hi, this is Kimberly Alidio, and I'm reading from A Cell of Falls, my chapbook, with Portable Press at Yo-Yo Labs. A hand slams against a soft front, retracts with a sharp inhale. The moment, source of information, pause before the slip to memory, synchrony, beginnings of mechanical things. Move in other shapes, enlarge, speed them up, follow eyes, seek, sound of church bells in the square. Footfalls in an empty courtyard, crowd approaches, seek sound with your shoulder. High pitch trying to fit itself into tiny spaces inside. The mid-range, the bass. Go under the bridge of the other. Net a body pushed against your soft front. Smell burn from the dictatorship of hyper-arousal. Acute stress response. A voice lurches from the forest thicket boundary of the world. I'm not alive. I'm no longer myself. I am dead. Bury my eyes open. Harvest my organs, hosting illegal states. Animals extinct and languages wake. Infinitely dense singularity. Share red cloth with mineral tributary spore and raindrop, akin to a handshake offering. Coalesce cloth, mirror, perform, witness, no charge, host and hosted inside world skin. Smallest swarm on scars sill, virus beheld red edge of proliferation. Commonest parlance, contagion, various flora of alphabet. Concerned with a house function, vernacular, not monument, building, deploy strains of lined-up teeth, faithful patriot, lose sense to infographic visualization, compromise our intelligibility. She touches the side body but looks away. She touches the back. She spirals. She is pushed out. She goes under the bridge of her. They play games without music. They have proposals for each other. She backs into her angry. She rolls like an infant. They lower the levels. She turns and slides. She pushes the back of the head. She finds the same hip. She feels the small of the back. She makes a gesture, searching for someone. She plays tag. She moves away. She closes in with the ankle. She pushes whatever she has pushed into her soft front. She finds the head. She waits while someone arrives. She has her on the ground. She makes contact. She resists and shifts weight. She spirals her. She finds the shoulder. She finds the back. She intercepts the head to the floor. She is not there. She is thrown. She joins hands. She lifts her throat to the chin. They form an arch. She initiates watching herself. She is thrown off balance. She learns. She trips slowly. She is tracked by the fallen. Can someone track you backing up and on the floor as the fall happens? She pushes the standing foot away. A speed is flow, not a hit. She catches her foot. She pushes two away. She finds without looking. If you took all senses away, you can sense with touch that doesn't touch, but touches the air between you.
I want to invite you to come to the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, which will be open on the 6th, the first Thursday of October. Ramonita enters my $175 per day New York University hospital room, wide-eyed, inspecting the antiseptic whitewashed walls, looking to see what's been done for my sick body spirit in the house of medicinal science. Her eyes pierce through the antibiotic cloud and procaine injection meant to spot freeze the area which the 4-inch needle probes for spinal fluid drained into a test tube to be checked out for bacterial or viral infection. The rub is how little is known. The fever burns into its 6th day of 104-degree life, dehydrating my body, eating at my energies, clawing at my muscles, while medicinal investigations yield nothing. The fever feeds, leaving my mouth full of viral ashes and antibiotic blues. Ramonita enters wide-eyed challenge in the house of science to relieve my body's heat through spiritual incantations to the forces of Chango, Santa Barbara, and Jesus Christ. She levitates her hands over me as if to draw the evil intention that's been spelled into my fluids. Placing her right hand on my forehead, she lifts and drops it, making the sign of the cross, chanting to bring my spell to self-destruct. Ramonita's body shudders as she absorbs the toxic charge, expelling from my body. She neutralizes the electrical storm now raging in my body-mind as she voluntarily corresponds my spiritual muscular flows to her own. Offering me the continuity of her body-mind, she permits her body to be my body extension, letting my tempest roar in her, sharing my stress. She releases me from stress, and there, right at the moment of shared pain, I find relief, and she her joy in giving me space for breath and rest mid-body hurricane.
Where did you come from? Why did you come? Maybe you don't belong here. We live in this wonderful world. Great flowing fogs capture our hills and frosts whiten our lowlands. We do not export fruits, we expect them. Take this orange. Push in your chair. Who has a uniform? Have I a uniform? You are reborn to people who adore you. And even as fear contorts your features, your reasoning relies on a chain of deductions linking the present back to a common care. I find it almost impossible that I'm not kidding, considering how utterly people kid. Have another bite of that John Dory. I tried hard work. I tried sacrificing things. I also tried never giving up. To think I was not fine enough for his generosity, I was not good enough to wage. A good meal of fish, fried or prepared any type of way, will nourish you. Oh, and it's nutrients you'll need. It's nutrients, it's nutrients. It's always more nutrients you need.
Unconditional love. I choose myself today and for the rest of time. I close my eyes and open them in 2001. Immigrant child in green dress, sitting on hand-me-down kitchen table in one-bedroom apartment shared with their family. Aire sudoroso mayamense, thunderstorms that reverberate the earth. Doing their homework because it feels like the only thing they can control, but English is killing them, poquito a poquito. They're trying to unlearn an accent they didn't even know they had. They wrap a hot dog in half a paper towel and microwave it for 30 seconds. They watch Dragon Tales and pour some water into a cup of noodle. Later, mommy calls to talk their 12-year-old sister through making dinner. They make the rice while their sister seasons and set the table. Later, with lights off, they daydream at night of what they'll look like in 2020. Who will they be? Will they be loved? Will they be free? I close my eyes and open them. I whisper in their ear, choose yourself, baby, today and for the rest of time. And they will.
runes, sigils, manuscripts, love letters, codices, monikers, memoirs, psychobiographies, prognostications, speculative fictions, apology notes, letters of resignation, expression of regret, outpourings of rage, letters of condolence, ledgers, maps, territories, delineations, isomorphism, chirality, fossil record, farmer's almanac, fluid dynamics, translations, mathematical proofs, chemical formulas, recipes, qualia, my own name, spells, charms, hexes, maledictions, eulogies, scriptures, cosmology, and cosmogony, prima materia, prolegomena, syllogisms, theorems, proofs, first principles, starts, graphs, tables, myths, Akashic records, high dimensional manifold embedded in a Euclidean space, Fibonacci sequence, circle of fifths, doctrine of the affectations, Krebs cycle, cave-based things, principle of ergodic decomposition, ergodic etymology, metheme, phoneme, morpheme, sameme, lexeme, blanks, constant, binomial nomenclature, Gaussian quadrature, elements of style, dark side of the severed corpus, callosum, everything which has ever been a reliquary of impossible objects, fistful of noumena, as a fist thing, having yet been unearthed, impossibly in sky and what heaven, what is your fragile object? I know because it bears large fruits.
How's it hanging? How's it going? Happy New Year. It's so wild that we're inside, but we're inside, right? I hope that this new year brings opportunity for wonder, beautiful and true and full health bar kind of health and wellness, and just new opportunities to remain open, if that's your thing. I'm going to read 2 poems. I feel grateful to be able to kick off this year with with poetry, and to be a part of this astounding lineup. And just gratitude to everyone putting this together. Thank you. Thank you for your work. Thank you. And everybody watching this, shout out to you. To bring in a new year with poems, just gratitude, truly. All right, so I'm going to get into the poems. I just have 2 poems for you today. The first is called Shame, My Wife, and My Murderer. Unwanted, you are the table in the room of my mind. You are the wires in the wall booming through the speaker system. When I offered you VVS's, you requested emerald-cut canaries. From your cave came speech. From where you killed me is wet with desire, you mighty root system, the oak that connects my other oaks, head bitch, queen bee, you make and are the honey. When I bowed to you, it made stallion knees rust. When I licked you, brackish water appeared in my tongue's moat. We made love like underwater, like time was a night moth sneaking a porch moon. I fed you to my veins, and what could run calcified. My friends said you are not my friend, but I kept you, my bedraggled tooth, my steamboat coal oven. You be the soot and the well drying out. Okay, so I just have one more poem for y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in, for being down to listen, and thank you for being a part of poetry. Just gratitude, truthfully. Facing a mango, with thanks to Shira and after Ross Gay. Parched for it, I graze 2 front teeth between skin and sun meat. Perfect perforation, a peephole, unstitched, but an eye widens, and the casing splits to its underneath. Kuth insists on knives' precision when divvying this fruit's thick, but again I offer my Slaven daggers. What makes me mangy and closer to dirt, but good enough to disrobe breakfast stones. God will not let the juice run slather. This is my appointment, my whole face arising from lapped rind. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Michelle Peñaloza, and I'm coming to you from Covelo, California, home to the Round Valley Indian tribes. Ingat. I want to give you a world where knives have no place, save for the mincing of ginger and garlic. A world where those roots, those bulbs, are talismans we eat in order for our blood to be strong. Today I offer you the scream I gave to my pillow, the graying of my mother's hair, which she gave to me through my phone, the bread that my friend made and delivered, which smelled like her home. I offer you my clean hair, newly parted from the grease of several days. Take this laundry, the socks and sheets I folded and left on the couch. Accept this gift. Today, I fluttered my eyes open. I breathed air outside this house. I offer you the blooming steam of my rice cooker, a bath that I've drawn and littered with salt and kernels of lavender. May this warm water hold you the way a hug might if I could climb across time to give it to you.
There's this diatribe called The Loba Priestess as Bag Lady Utters Ragged Warnings. This was written after I read one too many lousy scholarship, feminist books, stereotyping and demeaning all the goddesses of history. And I fear that because I know what we're doing, but what will be remembered by is the written word. And there's so much shit happening that it's heavy. So the bag lady showed up one day, and this is what she said. The Loba priestess as bag lady utters ragged warnings. I should tell you again, there's one thing I should tell you. The word kuntuzangmo is like essence of the feminine in Tibetan. Kuntuzangmo. Okay. The Loba priestess as bag lady utters ragged warnings. Don't cheapen Aphrodite. Don't sell the objects she holds in her hands. Don't demand that she show herself naked. Take the cloak along with her, welcoming folds of the robe. She is bright. She is bright, too bright. You don't understand, can't guess, have never taken off your glasses. These strong and cute stories of Demeter will slay like a boomerang. Don't reveal the eternal feminine. Kuntuzangmo, be careful a little. You're so proud with your careful, tailored ways, clipped prose telling of Artemis, of Ishtar. Beware. The popular tales you like to spread of Isis will spread like fire, like wildfire. Your gut has proposed itself for calmer usage. Don't invite tsunami, firestorm, Asher, Mother Mamaki. They have kindly robed themselves, hidden. They are not your toys.